Continue. There we go. Alright, week 4. In a hurry and with a lot of sloshing sounds, the dinosaur walks in while looking at the clock. 10 minutes early. Luckily, well in time. I guess there wasn't a need to rush after all. Alright, what the... Alright, let's... I guess there wasn't a need to rush after all. Dinosaur waves her shirt in hopes of cooling herself down. The movements... The movement's making her king-size breast slap against her chest. Nothing sexual, but it does happen. Dinosaur takes a seat in an empty room. Is it weird that I dressed up? This time, hoping I'd see him again. You're wearing the same outfit. If he knew that, he'd probably think I was some crazy wall crawler or something. Kinda weird to think that I'd see him again anyway, after he was early for his appointment twice already. Maybe it's for the best. Dr. Leon probably isn't warning me about him for nothing. Still, she decides to fantasize about the man for a moment. What I fantasize about? His veins. No, maybe I should listen. They're both giving red flags. We'll just go with that. So she decides to fantasize about Leon. He's so wise, his throbbing brain is probably above average in size. But she snaps out of it because the door of the waiting room swings open. The attractive man she met earlier comes rushing in. When he sees the dinosaur, he subtly stops, rushing and tries to take a seat in the waiting room, nonchalantly. With a big smirk, the dinosaur looks at the clock and then back at that beefcake. Early again, are you? Starting to think you can't tell time. The man looks at her playfully. That's because I was always late from my telling time lessons. What shall I do? You're gonna get awkwardness here. Dinosaur stares at him with a questioning look. On his face, you can see that he is disappointed that he went for it. There, he will now be reliving this moment for the few more times in bed tonight. Well, actually, if I'm being honest, he starts to stumble over his words. Ugh, cringe as fuck. I want to be honest with you. But now I'm about to say it. I'm afraid you're really gonna see me as a full-on crazy fuck Skywalker. Sure, it won't be that bad. Let me get that over here. There we go. Much better. This time I'm not really early, or well, not by accident. I just really enjoyed our conversation last time. And well, I was hoping to run into you today if I arrived a little earlier. You can clearly see that he finds it difficult to explain. I don't know if you agree, but to me our conversation somehow felt so familiar, so fast. More than the conversations with Dr. Pigstot. Is that crazy? Oh man, I must sound insane. He's so cute when he's embarrassed. Is that crazy? Be understanding. He's already seen the loony doctor. Let's not push him over the edge. We don't want to end up being a Netflix special. It is a bit crazy, but so is caramel sea salt. Alright. And we all seem to act as if that's normal as well. Dinosaur feels relieved and secretly less strange herself for hoping to see him again today. She sneaks a sneak peek at his moist biceps that make any shirt look tight. She lets her prehistoric snake tongue slip out a few times to catch the scent. Some reptiles smell with their tongues. Hey, what's your name anyway? He hesitates for a moment. My name is Hunk. Alright, hold on. Go a little lower. There we go. Wait, no. Alright. I know. It's a dumb name. But my parents are both obsessed with looks. My mother is a model, and my father is an actor and a plastic surgeon. Day in and day out. They're only busy with their appearance. Sometimes it even seems like looks are the only things that matter to them. He emotionally stares into space for a moment. Very coincidentally, this is also the direction the dinosaur have bare feet. Getting a look at those grippers. That's why I personally don't like superficiality. No, not me. I think the inside is the most important. Super cute. The name Honk. I have heard worse. You just have to think about it like this. At least your name isn't... Oh. Alright. Well, I am the master of your universe, Dinosaur. So, I hope you weren't planning for a good ending this playthrough. We're gonna be like that. And honestly, I think Hunk fits you just fine. Am I actually flirting? I normally never do that. I appreciate the compliment. But to be honest, I don't like being that attractive. Quick, bite his face. I'm done with people just seeing me as a sexy meat that they want to have sex with. No, I'm much more than that. The dinosaur stares at his breasts while she barely listens to him because he's attractive. Honestly, it only just makes me feel so lonely. Dinosaur skips a beat. Wait a minute. Lonely? That's how I feel too. A tear almost wells up in the corner of her eye, but the door to Dr. Leon's office swings open. Dinosaur with big knockers, come in. It's time for your appointment. As she stands up, the dinosaur looks at Honk with concern and places her claw on his muscular shoulder. I feel sorry for you. Oh, don't worry. The doctor says that if I apply ointments for 2 weeks, it'll just go away. Come in. Kitty. Give me one moment. In the meantime, take a seat. Dr. Leon says while he's sitting at his desk intently looking through a book, the dinosaur notices that he looks very intelligent doing it. The cover of the book reads, How to Pretend You're Reading for Beginners. Interesting. He puts the book down and takes off his glasses. While clasping his hands together, he leans his imposing body towards her. I know you previously had your doubts about coming back here every week, so I think it's great that you're going through with it. When hearing herself talk, she is shocked by her own flirty tone and tries to overcompensate by adding bitch to it. Alright. For today, I have prepared a coordination test. Oh no. Coordination. What does that entail? We will test whether that you can visualize in your head. You can also translate on the paper. Don't worry, it sounds more complicated than it is. Basically, we're going to be doing some drawing. During the first round of the test, we'll test how good you are at visualizing something you see every day. Preferably something you care about. Something that you associate with joy. Like my sweet cat, Mr. Robson? Correct. That's a great choice. I'll give you 60 seconds to draw Mr. Robson. You ready? Yes. Alright, here we go. Oh boy. Cat. Whiskers. Beady little eyes. Body. Little legs. Six-pack for some reason. Little tail. I'm pretty sure I had a little bit on the bent there. There, we'll feel in the ears a little bit. I'm happy with that. We'll let the clock run out. A ray of sunshine beating down on him because he's the light of my world. And off in the distance, the river he almost drowned in because you never forget where you come from. And a stink line. Because he's stinky. Alright, time's up. Oh no. Alright, let's see. Leon doesn't move a muscle, holding the drawing in front of him. Briefly looks at the dinosaur, then back at the drawing. Are you proud of yourself? Dinosaur looks up at the photo of Mr. It's fucking picture perfect, sir. Look at it. I'm very proud. Alright, for the second round, we're going to do things a little differently. I want to ask you firmly hold your hands onto your pencil and then close your eyes. For the next round, we'll see if you can visualize specific topics without looking. In other words, drawing in the dark. Oh boy. Could he be secretly watching me now? I would now like to ask you to draw the following. An apple. You got 10 seconds. Are you ready? Yes. Start. Oh boy. Boom. And then like a little thing on top. There you go. Time's up. Let's see the result. You can now open your eyes. Damn, I'm good. Filled with pride, the dinosaur looks at her drawing, then confidently nods at Leon. Alright, for the next round, we're going to make it a little more difficult. During this round, I'd like you to draw a clock in the dark, including all the numbers and the hands at 5. Please close your eyes. Oh boy. Ready? Start. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we did good. Time's up. Let's see the result. Ooh. It got away from me a little bit. Quite beautiful. We're almost done. But we're bumping up the difficulty just a little more. He's gonna give me something wild, like... Draw a human face? Alright. Face. Nose. Smiley face, eye, ear, hair. Yeah, we'll go with that. A stick figure for... Alright. Yep, that was all me. That was all me. Did you forget the eyebrows? Okay, for the last round, this is improvisation. During this round, you can draw whatever you want. Whatever comes to mind, even the possibilities around this. A lot of people still feel this is more stressful than a clear objective. But don't worry if it makes you feel better. Alright, the dinosaur feels relieved by his insult. Are you ready? Here we go. Rawr. We'll see how that turns out.
You're done.
I'm done. Leon softly whispers in her right ear. The micro ASMR session sends a wave of goosebumps all over the dinosaur's voluptuous body. It's like her goosebumps have goosebumps. Wait a minute. What have you done? Huh? Oh boy. You ruined my ebony desk. She feels guilty when she sees that she accidentally drew on the ebony desk. I'm sorry. I couldn't see where I was drawing because my eyelids were covering my eyeballs. Anna tries to wipe the art away with no avail. When he sees the dinosaur's worried look, he's startled. It's okay. He leans in with a soothing voice. Yeah, but it's a sick fucking drawing. If anything, I increased its value. Dinosaur takes another look at the table, considering entering the furniture design industry. Tastes clearly differ. Well, I think we put enough effort in for today. Will you be back next week? I think so. How else am I supposed to flirt with Hunk in the waiting room? She hesitates because she knows that if she continues therapy, she will eventually have to share her secrets. That she is one of the full-on reptilian species. Are you sure I shouldn't fix the table? No, don't worry about it. You should probably first fix that little piece of snot in your nose. Dinosaur is shocked, out of reflex, immediately wipes her arm across her nose. A dumb choice because everyone knows that now the booger is somewhere on her arm, which is probably even more disgusting. See you next week. For the rest of the day, the dinosaur wondered how long she had been walking around with a booger in her nose without anyone saying anything. Week 4 in the bedroom. Whew. Dinosaur is exhausted and flopped into her bed. Without showering, her legs spread open. So her feet are still dirty for all those interested. Next to her, Mr. Robson is purring in her arm. What shall I do? Give him a little pet? He's so cute. That was another intense day. But do I feel quite good about it? Is therapy good for me after all? Yes, I did. Yes, I did see him again. His name is Hunk. What a unique name, huh? And for such a modest man, I wonder why he talks to Dr. Leon. Purr. You're right, I know. It's none of my business. But still, I'm quite curious. Purr. No, I don't think it's for his catnip addiction. That's generally exclusively a cat thing. Due to this exciting day, she's more comfortable than usual, and she starts to doze off almost immediately. But you didn't shower! Oh boy, here we go. Her phone, which is super coincidentally placed between her legs, vibrates. Dinosaur gets startled and aroused. Huh, another message. Again. Are you ready to be honest? Huh? Yes, Mom. What do you find the most attractive characteristic in a potential partner? Bank statement. So status. She is startled again when she receives a message back almost immediately. Well, she hesitates for a moment, but then opens the message anyway. Did you know that? What most people think? Only 7% said status. Is that true? She puts her phone on her bedside, plops back down pillow. Who keeps sending me these kinds of things? Whether it's the wrong number or not, Dinosaur can't deny that it's interesting to think about. I have to say that status does remind me of Leon. Maybe that's why I'm already secretly looking forward to next week. Purr. I know. That might not be the best reason to go. But if it motivates me to go to therapy, it might still help me in the long run. Anyway, can't deny that Hunk also has piqued my interest. Purr. I know how it sounds. It's weird to say because I barely know them. Purr. Yeah. Who do I like more? That's hard to say. Let me think. Well, Hunk isn't actively insulting me every therapy session, so we'll go with Hunk. Hunk. For a moment, she fantasizes about what it would be like if Hunk were right next to her. Well, then in a flash, as an unexpected lightning strike, the fantasy turns into uncertainty. But why would I even think about that? As if any of them would have any spark of interest in me if they found out I was a monster. An actual dinosaur which emerged about 230 million years ago in the Triassic era as a split within the broader group of Dinosauriformes. I will always be so alone. Purr. That's very articulated and substantiated point you just made there. Anyway, it's getting late. Let's go back to sleep. Purr. Robson. Really can't say that stuff in 2025 anymore. When a dinosaur walks into the waiting room, she sees Hunk already sitting there. She notices that the knot in her stomach, that she always felt before, is less prevalent today, knowing that she's going to have a moment with Hunk. Dinosaur wants to play it cool, but can't contain the smile on her cold-blooded face when she sees Hunk sitting. That's an image and a half there. But she looks at the floor shyly as she takes the seat next to him in one of the hard, uncomfortable chairs in the waiting room. Good morning, Hunk. It feels strange to call him by his name. What a coincidence to see you here today. Good morning. For some reason, he seems a little nervous. He has a serious look on his appetizing face. Still, he forces a smile at her. Ask him what's going on, cheer him up, distract him, ignore his emotions. I'ma cheer him up. Your veins look good today. He decides to take a deep breath. I need to talk to you. I never heard him with such a serious tone before. Is this going to be bad news? I do respect you immensely. And I appreciate the conversations we've had. Dinosaur nods attentively. but slightly nervously. I would even go as far as to say that I feel like we have a connection. Bitch, I barely know you. I agree. I want to share something with you that's very important to me. But man, I'm terrified that it's going to change things between us. Share something? He hesitates for a moment. Then he takes a deep breath, intended to muster up some courage. He then carefully slides his hand into his shorts, whips out his dick. Carefully, he mumbles to himself as he appears to gently grab onto something. What the hell is he going to show me? He slowly takes a glass jar out of his pocket. There's a lid on it, punctured with holes. There are about 10 ants in the jar. Not an impressive amount of ants, no. Impressive. Thanks. Caught them all myself. That isn't as easy as it sounds, as these little creatures are tiny, fast, and fucking strong. Did you know that? Dinosaur sees that a weight has been lifted from Hunk's shoulder now that he has shown his ants. The stressed expression on his face turns to pride. At this point, I feel like I'm, just cheering up a special needs person at this point. Alright. Ants! Hunk is too busy staring at the ants to notice the dinosaur's insensitive comment. Did you know that there's a spider called the ant spider? This spider pretends to be an ant so that it can live unnoticed among the ant colony. Can you imagine that? Spider just lives among a population that has no idea what kind of monster that spider really is. No one even notices it's a spider and a liar. Dinosaur awkwardly smiles while Hunk is still staring enthusiastically into his pot. Yep, really bizarre. Bite him, bite him. Get him, get him. Give them a nib. How cool is that? Live among the ants? I wish I could do that, man. I just love ants. Would you like to take an ant quiz? We really are just humoring an autistic person at the psychiatrist's office. The game doesn't even want me to fucking embrace his tism. Not really. Oh, I really didn't expect you to say no. I already prepared a few questions, too. Dinosaur finds his passion and enthusiasm endearing. Hunk wants to slide the jar back into his jacket pocket, but for some wacky reason he misses and the glass slips out of his hands. No, not his 10 ants! He lets out a desperate cry. No, my life's work! Dinosaur is not that emotionally invested in the ants, so she really doesn't care. Neither do I. I'm glad we're on the same page, Dinosaur. Hunk falls to his knees and desperately starts searching for his ants. All 10 of them. Please, can you help me find the ants? He looks at the dinosaur with pleading eyes. Don't be such a baby, they're just ants. Abur narcotic. But of course. Dinosaur pauses for a moment to leave the room for a compliment about her impressive language skills. Hunk. Thanks for wanting to help me. Oh my god. We're ant. Oh, they're dicks. Why is everything black? Kitty! I want the kitty. Fuck his ants. Oh, there's one. Got ya. Found one. Hunk's eyes start to sparkle. Oh boy. Are they all on the ceiling? No, get out of here, spider. Oh, there's got to be one on the vine. What about on that vine? No, no, there. Oh, this is hard. All right. Under the... There? Got him. I don't like this. Where? Where? No, no, no. Well, found another one. Nice job. That's number 3. Shut the fuck up. Are you hidden in the trees here? No, no, no. Gotcha. I knew it. I just gotta spam it. Uh-oh. 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 We're about to see an autistic kid cry when I can't find his ants. Is it by the safety scissors? Shit. I don't even know. Ants do really seem small, huh? I quit. Looking for ants is boring if you can't find them. While Hunk is still desperately crawling on the floor, the door to Leon's office swings open. It's a salamander with big tits. It's time for your appointment. Oh, I gotta go. I'll see you again next week. Depends, as long as we don't lose your vision in the meantime. Acute blindness is a real thing. Anyway, come on in. Thank God, get me out of there. Welcome. Please take a seat. Thank you. Dinosaur softly places her butt on the chair. Can you imagine it? Say, before we start, are you still talking to that guy in the waiting room? Oh, yeah, sorry. Maybe I should have discussed it with you. I was wondering, did you notice anything strange about him? I don't know if the messages are from him, so we won't accuse him of that yet. Of course, I can't say anything because the doctor-patient bond I have with him, but let's just say there are some reasons why he also sees me every week. Well, I see you too, so we'll be in the cuckoo's nest together. You're a good person, Dinosaur. Yeah, that's right. Don't make me blush. Makes me aggressive. Anyway, how are you doing this week? I think I'm starting to feel a lot better about myself in recent times. I don't know, maybe I need another massage. Nah, we won't go down the massage route. You gotta earn it, girl. And I continue this positive trend. We're gonna do a Rorschach test today. In this test, I will show you a number of ink blots. And since Mr. Rorschach apparently wasn't a good artist, we're left to figure out what these spots are supposed to be ourselves. These interpretations tell me more about your character traits and your subconscious way of thinking. Dinosaur stares at the fly on Leon's pants. There's one specific blot I'd like to interpret. Oh, there's an ant! Kill it! Terrified swipe of the hand, the launch from the desk. That must have been one of Hunk's ants. Interesting creatures, though, those ants. Have you heard about the ant spider? A beautiful creature that, yep. Oh. Anyway, it's time for the Rorschach test. Are you ready? Dinosaur was ever ready for it. Am I ready? Give me a second. Yes. Told you so. Alright, Dinosaur, here we go. There's my drawing. Leon takes an image from his desk and an abstract ink block on it. The butthole. I'm so glad it's there. I do not see a penis. A bird, an airplane, a Tampax. I'm gonna go butterfly. Okay, bizarre. Stop judging me, asshole. I will eat you. What do you see in the next image? That's my picture. That's my kitty. What do you feel when looking at the following image? Female reproductive organ. That's the uterus, ovaries. It's right there. This game's sexist. I'm gonna go with Hammerhead, though. That's cool. He appears to write down the letters dumb. And then, finally, this one. What do I see? A reproductive. Wait, why do all these images slightly resemble private parts? It's just your interpretation. I didn't answer for all. I just answered this one. Don't you start with me, game. You have to understand these are abstract ink blots. What you see in this is a reflection of your feelings. To one person, it might be a soothing field of flowers. Where to you, it lets you express your unhealthy obsession with genitals. Oh. I sort of feel somewhat caught with this revelation. Leon finishes notes based on the dinosaur's last answer and hesitantly nods. I see. He scrolls through the results. Yes. I think I see what part of your problem is. Wait. A diagnosis? Already? Leon holds his index finger and thumb to his chin. Like no one does when they're really thinking. Your desperate answers to these abstract blots make it all too clear. How did I not see this before? I would say the one thing may be bothering you is that you are lonely. If he already knows this, then he's only one step to finding out what the actual reason is. That I'm a huge carnivore that can grow up to 14 meters long and can weigh 8 tons. A dinosaur. Dinosaur feels caught red-handed and starts blushing. Do you agree with this? Maybe you're right. Studies show that the social interactions and partnerships are among the basic human needs for many. Well, I have basic dinosaur needs, okay? I need you to chain up a goat outside my house so I can, in bed tonight, naked. Leon starts blushing. The dinosaur surprises herself and doesn't know where she got the goddamn nerve to act like this today. Neither do I. Get your shit together, lady. I think about it very long and very slowly because of my walnut-sized brain. Leon's breathing speeds up as she talks into his ear. There's another one. Kill it. Ew. It's one of those filthy animals. My apologies. There's no way to present my office. I'm gonna clean it up right away. See you next week. Well, Hunk, you're down to 8 ants. Well, she's patting dry some of her erogenous zones. Dinosaur steps out of the bathroom contently. She feels a lot more relieved today. Hunk shared something with me that he never dared to share with anyone else, his ant collection. He probably shouldn't do that anymore either. If he brings that shit out again, I'm just gonna smack it out of his hand. The way he opened up to me gives me hope that one day I might be able to do the same. Also, Leon has already found out that I feel lonely. Do I really come across as desperate? Or is he just bringing this out in me? As she sleeps into her slightly see-through nightgown, she sees Mr. Robinson already sleeping in his iconic ball shape. As she prepares to lay down next to him, she sees that her phone light up and becomes a message. What a mood breaker. She already knows what's coming next. This must be one of those disturbing messages again. On her phone, she sees a message from the mysterious number with a question. Straight to the point, eh? Do you believe that you can sense when something bad is about to happen? The question gives her an anxious feeling in her gut. Yes. Bzz. She's startled by the vibration of the incoming message. Irritated, she puts her phone on silent, but still catches a glimpse of the message. Did you know that this is what other people think? Alright. Leave me alone! She catches herself saying this out loud, but luckily Mr. Robinson doesn't respond. The corners of her mouth curl up as she sees him lying next to her, peaceful with his stomach up in the air. Dinosaur smiles as Miss Robinson jokingly says, "You're no use to me at all, are you?" Immediately, the stressful thoughts fall away as she again realizes how Mr. Robson's always makes her feel better. She strokes his cute belly while he lies peacefully next to her. But then, when her hand touches his six-pack, she immediately notices something is wrong. Mr. Robson, a wave of terror shoots through her heart like an arrow. With her hand on his thigh, she gently shakes him back and forth in an attempt to wake him up. This is the very first time he doesn't purr when she touches him. Mr. Robson, the tone in her voice sounds concerned. Something wrong? Let me help you. But it's already too late. His muscles have already relaxed and his body's already cooled down. Not blinking, the dinosaur stares at Miss Robson, refusing to believe that this is actually happening. Mr. Robson, no! Tears well up in her eyes as she desperately tries to come up with a solution. A solution that does not exist. She tries to wake him up one last time, but to no avail. Robson! A stream of tears run down her face and her nipples. Sorry, I know it sounds inappropriate in this context, but it's just what's happening. When she carefully lifts him up and hugs him tightly, she sees the letter where he was laying. Her hands are shaking as she picks up the letter and tries to wipe her tears from her eyes with her wrist. The letter was written by Robson and addressed to her.
Lieber Dinosaurier, wenn Sie dies lesen, bin ich leider nicht mehr am Leben.
Is it in German? If you're reading this, unfortunately, I'm no longer alive.
Obwohl wir es vorzogen, nie darüber nachzudenken,
Although we preferred
wussten wir beide,
never to think about it, we both knew that this adventure called life would one day come to an end.
und ich bin froh,
And I'm glad that in my case,
weitgehend auf
this was largely by your side.
Ich weiß, dass du Angst
I know that you're afraid of being alone and that this will be difficult for you.
aber glauben Sie mir,
But
wenn ich
believe
sage,
me when I say that I'll always be with you.
jede einzelne unserer Erinnerungen
Every one of our memories, every adventure,
ist
we experienced is now a part of you.
Und so werde auch
And this way, I'll always be a part of you as well.
während ich das schreibe und mir bewusst wird,
As I
wie
write
süß das
this,
aussehen,
realizing how cute
frage
that
mich,
must
ob
look,
sie in den Himmel
I wonder
gehen.
if cats go to heaven.
Wahrscheinlich nicht.
Probably
Weil ich
not,
einmal mit
because I
einer
once played with a
Drohne
pigeon until it
gespielt
was
habe.
dead.
Ich habe es doch nicht einmal
I didn't even
gegessen.
eat it.
Erkenne das.
Realize
Ich
that.
fand es einfach
I just did it for
wunderschön.
fun.
Ohnehin, ich möchte, dass du
Anyway,
weißt,
I want
dass
you
ich
to know that
stolz
I'm proud of you.
Du hast Angst, ein Monster zu sein.
You're
Wenn du
afraid
der
you're a
Einzige
monster
warst,
when
der
you're
mich
the only
liebte.
one who always treated me with love.
Sie haben Angst davor, wie die
You're
Leute
afraid of how
aussehen
people will
würden,
react if they really got to know
wenn
you,
sie sie kennenlernen würden.
when this really should be their greatest honor.
Du hast Angst, dass deine Hose zu
You're
eng
afraid
ist,
that your
damit
pants are
ich
too
deine
tight.
Anallippen besser sehen
Well, it
könnte.
would only make me see your anal lips better.
Ich hoffe, dass auch nur ein paar
Dinosaur,
dieser Worte Ihnen
I hope that even a
etwas
few of these
Freude bereiten.
words can bring you
Wenn es
just an ounce of
jemanden gibt, der es
happiness.
verdient,
Because if there is something who deserves it, it's you.
ich werde auf dich warten, bis sich unsere Wege wieder
I will wait
kreuzen.
for you until our paths cross again.
Es sei denn,
Except if
jemand
someone
macht
makes a
im
pss
Jenseits
pss pss
schreckliche
sound in
Geräusche,
the afterlife.
dann könnte
Then
ich
I
mein
might rub my
süßes
sweet
Gesicht an
face
seinem
against
Schienbein
his
reiben.
chin and
Oder
will
vielleicht mit
maybe
ihm.
follow him.
Ich liebe dich, weil ich sehr süß bin.
I love you because I am very sweet. Very farewell, Mr. Robson. Dinosaur gasps for air. She sobs uncontrollably.
Oh ja, und nur für den
P.S.
Fall,
Oh
dass
yeah,
es
just in
wahr
case the rumor is
damit
true
du
that you
weißt, wenn
poop when you
stirbst,
die,
lege ich eine
I put a $50
$50
bill in the
Schein
envelope and get
damit
some
du
new
neue Blätter
sheets.
bekommen kannst.
Sorry about that
Tut
in
mir leid im
advance.
Voraus.
There is no $50 bill in the envelope. A tear falls on the letter right after the word farewell, as if it were to stop that ends the letter. Even when he wrote his farewell note, he only thought about me. He was so sweet. Dinosaur struggles to realize what has happened as she plants a kiss on his little face. A storm of panic and thoughts rush through her head. They all flow chaotically through one another in all directions. All with only one conclusion. What do I do now? It's all too much for her. She can't control the flow of tears. This moment is even more sad when Leonardo went under in the Titanic. The overwhelming feeling of sadness physically hurts her as she cries. She gently presses Mr. Robson's body against her one last time, his dead face between those big melons. Now I really am alone. No! Okay, if this guy's a dick when I lay this all out on him in my therapy session, he better be there for me. I am going to trauma dump on that motherfucker. When Dinosaur walks into the waiting room, she sees on the clock that it's 5 minutes late. This isn't like her at all. Normally, she makes sure that she's always on time so that people do not have to wait for her. Dinosaur's clearly feeling down. She even looks a bit disheveled. She has bags under her eyes, her clothes are not ironed, and you can tell from her eyes that she has been crying not long ago. Don't worry, she's still very sexually attractive. Without even realizing where he was, Hunk stands up to comfort her.
Huh?
What's going on? Did you make an onion hash? No, it's Mr. Robson. He's down for the count. Hunk's eyes open up wide. Oh no, that's horrible. His empathy makes her even more emotional, and she collapses into his muscular arms. When her cheeks rest on his veiny bicep, it feels warm. His muscular human arms remind her of those of her cat and pet Mr. Robson. I know how you feel. When he says that, she hears him also getting choked up. Dinosaur looks up to see if he's a bitch. After last week's fall, one of my aunts also didn't survive. The lump in his throat grows audibly. He looks up, points to the sky, then sends an air kiss up. Peace. Oh no, was it Mike? No, it was Cindy. But still. Dinosaur says rest in peace while running her thumb across her throat like the Undertaker. Hunk grabs her shoulders and looks into her eyes with a look as if he really means it. Listen, if you ever need a distraction or just want to talk about it, you can always come to me. I really appreciate that. But I'm afraid I'm not going to see you anymore after today. Huh? What do you mean? She could see on his face that he didn't see that coming. I decided today is going to be my last appointment with Dr. Leon. I've been thinking about it for a while now if I can actually do this. If I can ever be completely open. But now with this whole Robson thing going on, I don't think I can continue doing this anymore. For a moment, the dinosaur notices panic on Hunk's face. Never see you again. With a concerned look, Hunk thinks carefully about what he's about to say. Never see you again? But don't you think right now is actually a good time to try and open up about your feelings? Especially now that you're not feeling well. Don't get me wrong, but no one really ever goes to the therapist for fun. All the overwhelming negative feelings of the past week, she hadn't looked at it that way for some reason. She remembers that Hunk and Leon have been nothing but a source of positivity since she met them. Leon's been a dick. He's openly insulted me. He doesn't appreciate how I increased the value of his table. She briefly considers sexualizing him, but then realized that might not be the most appropriate time. Maybe you're right. That's so sweet of him. I really appreciate that. And don't take this the wrong way, but this is my number. You can always bother me if you want to talk about anything. Oh, does it match the mystery number? He takes a piece of paper and writes down a phone number that consists exclusively of numbers. Yes, phone numbers are exactly that. His phone number? That's so sweet of him. Dinosaur starts to blush. Wow, what a long number. You know what they say about men with long numbers. Thank you, I appreciate that. Then the door to Leon's office swings open. Check this out. Leon storms into the waiting room while pointing at his mouth. While you were late, I learned to blow saliva bubbles. Dinosaur blushes again as she watches Leon's sensual lips blow a bubble of saliva that just barely leaves his mouth. The bubble bursts within mere moments. Hold on, I can't do it anymore now that you guys are watching. He makes a few more attempts while Hunk and Dinosaur are watching patiently. None of the attempts are very impressive. Whatever, come in. Dinosaur is slumped in the chair opposite of Dr. Leon while her thoughts have now wandered back to the loss of Mr. Robson. She can hear Leon talking, but what he says doesn't register because of her wandering thoughts. With a concerned look, Dr. Leon looks at her from head to toenails and notices the bags under her eyes. Had a rough night of sleep? She snaps out of her wandering thoughts. Oh, yeah, maybe. You look stressed. Is there a factor that made you more stressed than usual this past week? That may be true. My sweet cat, Mr. Robson, passed away last week. Oh no, that's terrible. Dinosaur can see in his eyes that it really touches him. How are you doing? Are you keeping your head above water? Dinosaur shrugs as her shoulders. Dinosaur shrugs her shoulders as she feels tears welling up the corner of her eyes. I know what it's like to lose a best friend. Dinosaur looks at Leon questioningly. I had a goldfish once. I forgot what his name was, who also passed away. Dinosaur looked at him emotionally. I forgot to feed him, you know, and then I just flushed him down the toilet. But the toilet was getting clogged up, so he floated back up to the surface. So I actually had to flush like 3 or 4 times or something. Dinosaur looks at Leon with a sympathetic look. That must have been very hard for you. Yeah, the plumber charged me more money too, because it happened late in the evening. That was very hard on me. So yeah, I know exactly how you feel. I wish you well. I really appreciate that. Dinosaur does feel a little more understood, and that helps. I understand it's all quite fresh, so let me know when you're ready to talk about it more. I want a trauma dump right now. As always, his warm voice calms her down a little more. Impactful events such as the loss of a muscular cat can not only have a negative impact on your mental health, but can also affect your memory. So to test the state of your stress level, I'd first like to take another memory... Oh no. Nothing intense, just answering some questions, alright. Do you think you can handle that? It should be fine. Close your eyes and relax as much as possible. I'm going to ask you some questions. I'll make you feel stupid if you get them wrong, okay? Oh man, that's every day. But before we start, I'd like to ask you to remember the following number, 1983. Now let's start. We'll start with an easy question. Do you remember the following? What is the color of my iconic tie? He doesn't have a tie. Wait. Red. Damn it! How many chairs are in the waiting room? 2. Damn it! How many framed diplomas are on my wall? I'm gonna go with the biggest number. There are 6 of them. Next question. What was the color of my sweet cat? Red. Damn it. Oh no. I'm an idiot. What is the text on the poster on the right? Isn't that the hang in there? God damn it. Whatever. Time for the next question. How many weeks have you been coming here now? This is my 5th week. What? What is not in the waiting room? What? What? Next question. What was the first thing you said to me? Is the night? My name is... no. Next question. What's on the necklace on the man in the waiting room? Is it we or me? Oh. Next question. What color are my eyes? Blue. Brown. I was wrong. Let me see then. Dinosaur looks deep into Leon's eyes. For a moment, forget they what are doing. Which is ironic because it was the memory test. Well, do you happen to know what the color of my belt is? I can't say remember well. Is it okay that I felt... What am I, a braille text? No, I'm just messing with it. Sure you can. Dinosaur gently slides his hand over his tin pack down towards his belt. She still has her eyes closed after all. Serious psychological test. I already remember, she says, chuckling after feeling it for about 6 minutes. What is the color of RGB lights, leopard print, glow in the dark? Oopsie, maybe I should just feel again. She suddenly feels his hard knob and grips it. What are you doing? Oh, by the way, before I forget, what was the number? It was 1983, thank you. He says the dinosaur just sucked at door handle. Jeez, you answered 1 out of 13 questions correctly. Oh no, this must be indeed due to the stress and not because I'm simple. Anyway, I'm proud of you for giving it a shot, Dinosaur. I suggest you take it easy for the rest of the day. I will. Thanks, Leon. Dinosaur is about to get up to go home, but then changes her mind. Oh, and Leon, I've been thinking about what you said, by the way. About opening my heart to the possibility of love. And I think I might have been open to this day the first I came here. That's good to hear. Dinosaur winks at him as she walks away. Well, I'll see you next week, Doctor. I'll see you next week, Doctor, Leon says with a mockingly tone. Huh? Sorry, I had a bad night of sleep. Don't be shitty. Alright, I think that's good for today. Peace.